Dear students, you may have heard stories of great kings who sacrificed their life for humanity. There is a story in your book, and the story is King Shivi. This is a picture story. In this story, pictures have been given to make the story understandable. King Shivi was a great king who was well known for his sacrifice. His name and fame was increasing, and when Lord Indra and Dharmaraj heard about King Shivi, they wanted to test King Shivi. And to test King Shivi, Dharmaraj and Indra met. Lord Indra says, Dharmaraj, the name and fame of King Shivi is spreading fast. Listening this, Dharmaraj says, yes, Lord Indra, we must test him. After that, a plan was made. Lord Indra says, I disguise myself as an eagle. And Dharmaraj says, I am going to change myself into a pigeon. After that, both Lord Indra and Dharmaraj changed their appearances. Lord Indra changed into an eagle and Dharmaraj changed himself into a pigeon. And that pigeon reached to the king Shivi, and it told to save the king. The pigeon says, O King Shivi, save me from this eagle. And eagle says, and eagle wanted to eat that pigeon. In that condition, King Shivi says, dear eagle, please don't kill this pigeon. According to their plan, they reached near King Shivi, and the pigeon told King Shivi to save his life from the eagle. King Shivi requested eagle not to kill the pigeon. The eagle says, I am hungry. What shall I eat? King Shivi says, I shall provide you a lot of food. Eagle is not ready for it. Eagle says, I am hungry and I need food. In that condition, King Shivi agrees to provide food to the eagle. But eagle says, I eat only flesh. Can you give me your flesh? King Shivi says, of course you can take my flesh. According to the plan, the eagle demands flesh from the body of King Shivi. He says, I eat flesh, so you should give me flesh from your body. And King Shivi agrees to give flesh of his body. Next condition is, by the eagle, the weight of your flesh should be equal to the pigeon's weight. That time King Shivi says, bring a balance to weigh the pigeon. That time eagle says that it is right, you will give me flesh, but the weight should be equal to the weight of the pigeon. and it must be weighed or measured. And to weigh the weight of the pigeon, King Shivi asked to bring a balance. A balance was brought. King Shivi says, cut the flesh from my thigh and keep it on the balance. The butcher says, it is not enough, my lord. On one balance, one side, the pigeon sits, and the king gives flesh of his thigh to weigh the pigeon, but the weight of the pigeon is more than the weight of the flesh of king's thigh. That time the butcher says, it is not enough, my lord. Now it is a problem. That time King Shivi says, cut my whole thigh and weigh the pigeon. The butcher says, hey, the pigeon is still heavier. Actually, the pigeon was Dharmaraj. When the king ordered to cut his whole thigh, even in that condition, the weight of the pigeon was heavier, and the butcher informed it. Now, the pigeon says, what will happen now? King says, don't worry, the eagle can take the whole of me. That time the pigeon says, that how will you save my life? Because so far I am heavier. That time the king says, there is no need to worry. I can give whole of my. And King Shivi sits on the balance himself. That time Dharmaraj and Lord Indra comes into their original appearances. Dharmaraj says, we are satisfied with your sacrifice. And Lord Indra says, you will always be remembered. You will always be known for your sacrifice and service. And so far, King Shivi is known for his sacrifice and service. King Shivi became immortal because he was ready to sacrifice himself to save the life of a pigeon. Thank you. Have a nice day.